If you say yes to more things, you will get offered more things and you will get more opportunities. And I think a certain perseverance, this idea that you can just go and be successful and it will all work out. I mean, maybe for some people, but I think you do need a certain perseverance. And the other thing is, I've reflected on this because I wasted about 5 years of my career by not being decisive about what I really wanted to do. So I was doing okay and I was getting promoted, but it was only when I was around 30 and I realized I had to take this seriously as a career. And I'd had a son and my career really took off. And that's when I decided to focus on the things that I'm good at. So finding those things that, in my case, dealing with clients, trying to understand problems, presentations, trying to understand what clients might do with the information, those perhaps were things that were relative strengths. So I think identifying your strengths early and then also being decisive about being really serious about something. And for me, it was when I decided not just to be good at my job, but to be as good as I possibly could be, that, as I say, my career took off. And I think ultimately, of course, you want to try and make yourself pretty indispensable. And then just being enthusiastic. There's a lot to be said for being enthusiastic, turning up on time and volunteering. Are you one of those people who decides you want to go home every day at 5 p.m. or do you want to go off to an event or speak at something or go and network? And those are all individual choices that everybody makes every week. If you say yes to more things, you will get offered more things and you will get more opportunities. You need people who are obviously intelligent, but also able to apply that intelligence. Incredibly intelligent people, double firsts from one of the world's greatest universities. They had the finest school and all the rest of it. And yet, because of their personality, they never push themselves forward. They don't really want to take responsibility. And so being intelligent alone isn't enough. You need some intelligence. But I think self-aware, able to read a room, resilient, and it's hard to measure all those things, of course, in an interview. That lack of self-awareness is another thing that holds back many of us in our careers, I think, just not understanding how other people see us. And then a general sense of curiosity and enthusiasm, wanting to learn, that combination of things is unbeatable. And in a sense, it doesn't matter whether you're talking about 5 years ago or 5 years into the future. Those human qualities will be so important. And the self-awareness is just astonishing. How many people just don't know that they're not good with teams, or they just don't realize how they come across. And actually, one thing I haven't mentioned in my own career, and I think this is important for everybody thinking about their careers, actually luck does play a role. Yes, you have to be capable of taking advantage of luck when it turns up. I could have made different decisions and I wouldn't have ended up as the global CEO of a big company. I'm sure I'd be having a happy career somewhere in research, but I probably wouldn't be running one of the largest ones. The simple answer is we probably don't even know what skills you will need in 5 or 10 years because of the way in which generative AI may evolve. But I think developing your muscle for resilience, for adaptability, for listening, and I think for thinking laterally, making those connections between things, because all the large language models are at the moment really is large pattern recognition machines. They're not really doing anything else, but you'll certainly need to be able to use those. And if you can communicate effectively using all of the different tools in real life, on a screen, you can express yourself succinctly and clearly, and you can synthesize all of that information, because we sure as hell have plenty of information to help people use it. Those skills are vital today. I think they were vital yesterday, and they will be vital in the future. And too often, we're sort of speeding towards everything being on a dashboard. But really, what does it mean? What are you going to do with it?